welcome to Pumpkin's Nail Station. Today we're going to paint these nails and we're going to use some semi-transparent pigments, and we're also going to use a heart stencil, and we're going to use these glitters here, and I think I'm going to use another one as well. I had another glitter somewhere, but yeah, I'm going to use another colour as well, maybe another shade of pink or a blue or purple or something like that. So yeah, so we're going to use that on the stencils with the rainbow translucent glitter in between, or even the sheer white. I haven't decided yet, but the base colour that we're going to use is this momo white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with a base coat. So I'm going to use this Imelia base coat just because I really like it. You know what, I think it's only fair to probably try the momo stuff that I've been sent. So let me find it. Base coat, yeah, so I'm going to use the base coat by Momo. So we'll give it a go. I always probably use a base coat just so I've got a bit of a sticky layer. And these are the Imelia polygel nails that I'm using. I would use Imelia gels, but I don't have a white. Something I need to get, I think. So nail arts like this, but I have this product to review, so we'll give it a try. And so far I've not really had to dip my brush back in, so you don't need a lot of product. And we'll see if it gives me any heat spikes or anything like that. So I'm just going to cure that and then I'll come back. Okay, right, so I'm back. So I didn't get any heat spikes or anything like that. Let me just move this light further in. It's a bit cloudy today, a bit dark out. So I didn't get any heat spikes or anything like that. So now we're going to use this Alpine Snow by Momo, which is their white. I'm waiting on the lovcarrie white still. I don't know where it's got to. So we're going to have to use this one. So let's have a go. Up. Okay, so here we are. So I've got 2 coats of this Alpine Snow M00 by Momo, and we've got a coat of the Momo base coat, and this is what it looks like. So it's pretty good white, in my opinion. I like it. I think it's a pretty nice white. And now I'm not going to apply any glue gel because I don't need to. I'm going to apply some of the white neon sparkling pigment. I'm just going to shake it up. Brush the excess off. Now we're going to add some glue gel. That's what we're going to do. So this was the neon white, sparkling white. So now I'm going to add some of my glue gel. This is what glue gel looks like if you've not seen it before. That's a new bottle bit cleaner to show you. That's a new one. What was sent to me recently, but I'm going to use this one that I've been using, which is for pigments. So we're going to add that to all of the nails, because we're going to add some translucent pigments next. I do recommend this glue gel, especially for stencils and for the She Modern glitters and pigments on gels. It just, if you want to burnish your glitters, it's amazing for that. It really is good stuff. So if you can only afford one, get this, because you can use a tacky top coat, which I'll show you with foil arts, just so we can try that out in another video. We'll compare it to a tacky base coat, just because a tacky top coat, just because I don't want you to go out and spend money on something that you don't need to buy. So I'm just going to cure this for 30 seconds, and then I'm going to get my translucent pigments ready. I'm going to come back and we're going to have some fun. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, right, so we're back. So that is cured, and I've got a brush, because this is what you are going to need at this stage, and your lint roller, just to clean your brush off. And I'm just removing any excess pigment from the brush. And we're going to need a canvas. So we'll just use this one. So I'm just going to pop out some colours. Not much of each one, because you don't want to waste powders. You can always get more. Probably need a little bit more purple. Okay. We'll have a bit of a teal to break some of it up. So we can always add more colours if we want, and we've got the white or filling in if we want to. I find that a brush is better for this. This is just a makeup brush, so it is nothing fancy. I may get a really small one, but we'll see. So just make sure you can see what I'm doing, and I'm just gonna try and go for like a smoky kind of pattern on some of them. I think I quite like that one as it is. And then this next one I'm going to go for just like some dots, kind of. I like the pinks and purples kind of tones, but I think I may add a bit of green in this one just to break it up a bit. The purple is really light, like real light. And I'm going to leave this one for a stencil pattern. So that's a bit of the purple and pinks like mixed together, and you get like this gorgeous like little pattern. I'm just going to blow that. Let's get this yellow and green like mix together and see what colour we get. We've got just a bit of a green tinge. Just add a teeny bit of orange. Okay, right, so I quite like that, so I'm going to push these up. So we're back, so now we're going to use the stencil. I've just wiped this with some alcohol, so I got this tip from Just Nailed It. Cherie did it in one of her stencil videos. I think she's got a stencil series like similar to what I did every week, something like that, so she's going to post it every week in her She Modern Saturday series. And this is how she removed the pigments and glitters, and the 70% alcohol doesn't seem to be removing the lettering. And one thing I've noticed is it activates the stickiness again, so yeah, I recommend you do that. And you can still use the sticky tape method, like if there's still bits left, you know, so you could still do that. So I'm just positioning the stencil, just trying to make sure I've got everything down flat, and I've got it all the way around and tucked right into the edges. Just making sure it's tucked right round and right on the end, just there. And we're going to use some glitter. I'm going to use this pink hollow and this purple glitter. I wouldn't recommend using too much, so just pop a bit on and then dab it in, sort of rub it in a bit, and then add a bit more, because if you add too much it doesn't stick very well, it doesn't go on the nail very well. So I find a little bit at a time is better, for me anyway. Others might find it different, and it burnishes it in really well if you just do it a little bit. It seems to be going on quite pigmented as well. They look really nice on black as well. Maybe I should have done that. How's that, but we'll see. Okay, now I'm going to get the pink for the other half of the nail. Just making sure I press down. Just really rub it in. And any bits you may have missed, just make sure you fill them in, like before the stencil is removed. So just check you've got everything before you remove the stencil. And just check you're happy. So now I'm just going to burnish it. Make sure it's nice and smooth. This will just prevent like any glitter spills or anything, and there will be less to brush off. So I'm just going to brush off the excess. It's always important to do that for obvious reasons, really, because if you don't, you could end up getting all little patches all over your nail. And if there's anything on the desk, just move it away, get rid of it. Okay, right, so now I'm just going to remove this gently and slowly. And there we go, that is perfect. So I'm going to get a clean up brush here because there's a bit around the edges that I think needs to be removed. Right, so yep, I'm a bit happier with that. So I'm a bit happier with that. So now it's time to add something in the gaps. So I was going to add that, but I think I'm going to keep this to a glitter nail. So I'm going to add some of this rainbow sparkling glitter, so translucent glitter. So I'm going to add that in the gaps instead, but you could add the clear, the white pigment there if you preferred. So just dab this in gently to start off with to make sure it adheres everywhere. Okay, so now I'm just going to brush the excess off. And I'm happy with that. Just rubbing all the glitter off my hands. And now we're going to get a top coat. So I'm going to use this gel light one that I've been using for my glitters because I've got a few of these. So I'm going to use this gel light no wipe top coat for my glitter nail. So I'm going to apply this gently. Just going to float it on so you don't run, if there is any loose glitter it won't smear everywhere. Okay, so I'm happy with that, so I might have to clean the edges. So I'm just going to clean up the edges of that, cure it, then we'll come back and we'll put a top coat on these. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, right, so we're back. So I'm going to use the Lovcarrie top coat because that's the one that's by the same sellers from Momo. This nail. So I'm just going to cure those, then wash my hands and come back and I'll show you the reveal. Okay, right, so we're back. So I've just added a couple of foils to them. I think I'm just going to leave it like this. I may add another foil to it on there, we'll see, but this is the end of the video. I'm sure you've seen me put foils on before. So yeah, so that's it. So what did you think? I'm going to stick a photograph up of this as well, but I really love this. I'm about to film some polygel nails and some dry manicure on this hand, and then I'm going to do exactly the same on here, so I'll probably film the foils on here in a separate video for you. So that's it. So thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.